Everybody pay attention to me, the Ross Report, J. Ross TV. Stories from behind the scenes, information you can use like a thinking machine.
My name's Agati, and I love J. Ross TV.
What's up, y'all? This your boy J. Ross, hanging out with my cat Agati, guitar player extraordinary, y'all. He in St. Louis, hitting the Jazz at the Bistro with the Marcus Miller Band. And man, Adam, dude, you a beast, man, on that guitar. And you know, just for the cats growing up, young people who see you on stage, what kind of advice can you give them about, man, your practice regimen and all that type of stuff to get to where you are now?
What could I say? I put in a lot of time playing with records. That was probably the biggest thing that worked for me. I started playing by ear. The first 4 years I played music was all by ear. I didn't learn how to read music until I was maybe 15, 16. I just played with a lot of records, man. And I think playing out, I think playing with other musicians is really important. I'd say that's the most important thing to sculpting the craft, I guess.
But what about like growing up, parental participation? Did you know they had your back in the music?
My parents were really cool about me playing music, man. Yeah, they were, they were super, just, behind me all the way.
Yeah. So while you running around the house when you're young in your drawers, playing air guitar, who would you emulate?
Man, when I started playing, it was a lot of blues guitarists were like my biggest influence. So it was like B.B. King, Lightning Hopkins, Howlin' Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Mississippi John Hurt. I went back, Leadbelly. Then it was Jimi Hendrix, of course, Jeff Beck. All those guys, man, were a big influence. I started getting into jazz in high school. It was guys like Wes Montgomery, Jim Hall, and a lot of non-guitarists, a lot of horn players, pianists. Obviously Miles, Coltrane, Eric Dolphy, Bill Evans. The list goes on. Kind of.
Hey, so how did you transition over though to playing the kind of music you guys play now? Sort of like jazz, some fusion.
Yeah.
So was it all interconnected?
I've always just kind of loved a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so this gig is a good example of needing to be able to do a lot of different things because Marcus likes to change it up a lot.
Right.
So I think I think listening to different music, and just getting into stuff, man. Whatever. Yeah. You gotta love it to play it.
Right.
It's the only way it's honest.
So is there any kind of tidbits of information you get to the young cats growing up? About professionalism, being on time, and taking care of your business, so to speak.
Yeah, I think it's super important to show up on time. Be prepared, know the music that you're playing, just I would say the most important thing is maybe sincerity. Just play music that you love. Don't play music that you feel like you should play. You know what I mean? I just think it's really important to be honest with yourself and be like, this is what I'm into. Never forget where you came from. What made you start playing music in the first place. I think that's really important in in growing and finding who you are.
Yeah, that's words of wisdom, y'all, from Agati, guitar extraordinary, y'all, in St. Louis. How can they find you on Facebook and website or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a website. It's adamagati.com. I am on Facebook. Just look up Agati. Yeah, that's way.
All right, y'all, this your boy J. Ross. We 10 million strong and we gone. Peace.
Everybody pay attention to me, the Ross Report, J. Ross TV. Stories from behind the scenes, information you can use like a thinking machine.